What is up, guys? Now today I got a special review. Today was actually a pickup that I picked up at Gamestop. Never expected to do that, but sure enough I saw these figures and I was like, yeah, don't have any of this in my collection. I like it, I love it. Reminds me of a good time in my life as a kid, also as a gamer. Wearing my Overwatch shirt. It's not an Overwatch figure. Let me show you what I got today. So today I got Diamond Select Gallery Sonic the Hedgehog Tails figure. A little bit open up right there. Not only that, but I also picked up the Sonic the Hedgehog figure. Okay, so I'm going to take them out of the box. Again, as you know, I don't like to film the unboxing. I'm going to pop them out and we'll take a look after that. So stay tuned. Alright, so before I get to the actual unboxing of these two, of course I just wanted to review the boxes themselves. So as you can see right here, Diamond Select Toys, Tails first, has a picture right here of what the actual figure is. Also right here, what I like about these though is, let's see if I can see the correct one, so it actually has this opening to view the figure right there itself. Picture of Tails right here. So, I mean, if you want to keep it in the box, it's up to you. For me, personally, I'm going to be taking them out. I'll be keeping the boxes, but I'm not going to be keeping them in the box. So, another window right here for you to see both sides. Now, the reason why I myself tend to want to get these figures out of the box is because even though, yes, there's these windows, it's the plastic inside of them really blurs what the figure inside is. But I did like that they gave you this option because honestly, when I saw them, I just saw this side, right? Kind of an idea of what the figure is. So I was kind of hesitant to actually get it, but when I actually got it in hand, and then I saw these windows, I was like, oh, so that's what the actual figure is. Awesome, and that's what sold me on it, so I went ahead and took them both. So anyway, here's Tails. Here's the Sonic one. And the Sonic window is right here. There's Sonic inside, picture of Sonic here. Gamestop exclusives. Obviously there's a price tag, pretty much $50 a piece. And considering the size of them, action poses, detail, it's not a bad price, honestly. I know I had to jump on them because if I waited on them, it wouldn't have been there the next time. So anyway, guys, these are the boxes. I'm gonna go ahead and take them out. Just give me a moment. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so I took the figures out of the box. Obviously you can see them right here. Put them a little bit closer together. Had time to look at them and just really give you my honest opinion about what I think of these two out of the box, okay? So let's start with Tails. One thing I always like to start off with any figure, any statue, guys, is just execution. Basically what I mean by that is, do I feel that looking at this figure, it screams out who the character is? In this case, yeah. Really, real reason why I do agree with that is because obviously there's a Sonic dynamics there, but also it's an action pose. And when you can actually hinder a action pose in a figure and capture it really well, as I think this one does, I think it just really grasps who that character is and tells the audience a story, or reflects people who are familiar with the character, the story that character tells. And in this case I do. Obviously Tails, action pose, I mean, he's flying, right? So let's start off with that. So first off, I mean, if you don't know, Tails is called Tails because he has two tails, and he flies by twirling them around. So obviously you can see that this is what's going on here. Moving on further down the statue, you can see that he's actually grabbing or attempting to grab a Super Emerald. Now, the reason why I don't say Chaos Emerald is because in a minute I'll talk about Sonic, but Sonic's Emerald is smaller, which makes me assume it's a Chaos Emerald. This one's bigger, which makes me believe that it's a Super Emerald. Just a little bit of background, guys, if you don't know the difference. It first started off with Sonic and the 7 Chaos Emeralds, that if you get them, you can turn into Super Sonic. Then as the games evolved, I think it went to Sonic 3, where you're actually eligible to go after the Super Emeralds, where if you get all 7 of these, you can turn then into Hyper Sonic. You don't know really what I'm referencing, guys. Think about it, if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, it's basically like Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2. It's basically in that realm. Going back to Tails, paint application, I think is done very well. If you look at Tails, and so actually the entire figure, there's no actual areas of shading. It's just all one flat color, which is completely fine with me for these characters, because again, this is coming from a video game, a cartoonish video game, which there is no shading for them. So all of this is one flat color, goes throughout the figure. Whatever color you see, that's the color you get throughout the figure. Now the only thing I guess one gripe with Tails that I don't like, he looks like he was pieced together. For example, his tail here looks like it's put in there. You can see the seam lines, also with his leg, where it attaches to his body. His arms aren't like that though. But up here with the tail, you can see it as well. I wish they could have kind of just blended that more, smoothed it out more. But you know, it's PVC, it's a small figure, $50 figure. I'm not really going to complain about that. But that's just one gripe I have. Paint application, I think it's done very well. Not seeing any bleeding, any missed lines. Looks real clean to me from bottom up. I especially like the effect they gave here to give that illusion of, I guess, movement, flight, where it's very heavy with the yellow because that's where his tail is based at, and as it comes out, you can see it gets lighter and lighter. It's on this side and at this side, so it gives that effect. Okay. What I like about this figure too is that it kind of gives this action pose, or action scene I should say, with the base, where it looks like it could be running up, running around, coming back down. The checkerboard pattern, very synonymous with stages in Sonic. This actually looks like one of the, I guess, resting pads, base for the Super Emeralds in Sonic 3. Now, the only thing I don't get is, I mean, and this is just me, but the base right here itself, it's like stained glass. I'm not really sure where that's from. Again, it's just me. I don't know where it's from. So doesn't really take away for the figure though. I mean, brings it out. Lots of contrast, obviously, with the color, which I think was a good idea, because Tails is kind of like an orange yellowish color, which comes into more like a brown, dark brown, light brown color. So I think this, along with the emerald, really breaks it up. Also, his shoes, bottom of his shoes actually have, the soles of his shoes, they have that little pattern, so that was a nice little touch too. Yeah, I mean, overall, I really like this little figure. I'm glad I picked it up. Okay, so let's move on to Sonic. Hey, so I just wanted to share real quick, up close spin around of the statue itself. So there's Tails again. See, there's the see-through. That's where you can actually see my finger. Okay. And here's Sonic, guys, close up. The green Chaos Emerald, you can see right through it. Base. Energy effect. Spikes on his back, soles of his shoes. The ring. Yeah, the ring's like a semi-gloss, semi-metallic paint job. Came out really nice, in my opinion. Anyway guys, that's just a quick close-up of Sonic, alright? Okay guys, so now I'm back with Sonic, and again, let's start with the execution. Do I feel that this statue grasps who Sonic is and gives a story? Absolutely. You know, it's an action pose, you can never go wrong with that. And it's an action pose that is a story. I mean, obviously people are familiar with who Sonic the Hedgehog is, but in case somebody who didn't know who this was, you know, they'd probably look at this like, wow, who is that? That looks really cool, which what he entails. So, obviously in this one he's jumping up, grabbing the ring, holding the Chaos Emerald. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, guys, this is the same thing with the Tails. The Chaos Emerald is just like a clear piece of plastic. So that's what that is. Now, the base, I like the bottom of it, but the green part, I guess that's the only gripe I have with it. Whereas, it's just kind of like very lightly textured surface of this ring. I was hoping to be more texture because when I'm thinking of this, I'm thinking of like Green Hill Zone, something like that, where, you know, there's different shades and patterns of the actual green of the grass that you're running on. That's just based on my experience. Not really a big deal. I mean, it doesn't really take away from the statue, but I like that they added the green because it gives that contrast to the blue, which is the dominant color here. Even though both statues are plastic, guys, this is like I don't know exactly what is this, but it's really bendable, flexible, but I like it too. It basically shows, my opinion, what I feel is like embodiment of kinetic energy. You know, it's basically putting all the force, power, speed to jump, grab this ring while holding onto this Chaos Emerald. So I really like that. There's the front of the figure, there's a ring. The paint application on this, really clean, not really seeing anything wrong with it. There's a little bit of red though that meets with the white, which it's not obviously noticeable, but if you really nitpick and try to pinpoint things, you'll notice that. Same thing with the figure not really being one piece. You can tell right here on where his leg meets the body and one of the spikes meets his body as well. You know, you can see those lines. Wish they would have kind of smoothed them out or something like that. But again, it doesn't really take away from the figure. You can tell right off the bat, this is modern Sonic. It's not classic Sonic. And one dead giveaway, two of them actually, is modern has the buckles on his shoes, and also the eyes are green instead of just solid black. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'm very satisfied with Sonic. Very awesome. You know, I'm very satisfied with both of them to the point where I'm hoping they made more characters. For example, Robotnik, Knuckles, Shadow, and me personally, I will be fine with those. But I guess I gotta see how these sell. But overall, guys, these were my figures that I picked up today. There's Sonic and Tails. Can't wait to display them, put them up, see what they look like. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking to get these guys, they're $50 a piece at GameStop. That's where I picked them up. Diamond Select Toys, can never go wrong with those. Pretty impressive, lots of details for small figures. But again, these are just my two figures that I picked up again today, guys. Hope you liked the video, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button, share, subscribe, leave any comments or feedback. I greatly appreciate that. yeah, so like I said in my previous video, in case you haven't seen it, my Joker video, I have a lot of statues that, since my last video, that have come in. I have a lot of statues coming in still. These weren't part of it. These are just some that I picked up today, but I like them so much, so let's make a video on it. Anyway guys, till next time.